All right, so what I want to do today is show you each of the 12, well, not every single one, but a lot of the 12 imams who accepted one of the Sunni caliphs. All right, so let's start with Ali. Here's in Sahih Bukhari, and he gave Abu Bakr the oath of allegiance, right? So that's the first caliph. Now let's find the second one. And you can go through this, right? I believe this is at Tabari, volume 12. You can go to the index and find a lot of these, right? Of Ali during the time of Omar. And here's one of the, right? So Omar called for congregational prayers and people gathered around him. He sent for Ali, who he appointed as his deputy in Medina, right? So that's a pretty big position. And you could look through all these, things in the index and you'll find him always giving advice. And he's obviously clearly collaborating with Omar, right? Once again, that's his deputy. Pretty big position, right? So there's no reason to think, oh, he didn't like him. He just, you know what I mean? There it is once again. He was his deputy. All right, so now let's look at this one. Sorry. This is Hussein, right? Hassan, sorry. So yeah, they gave Hassan the Khalifa, right? We know that. Now, how did he end up losing it? Let's find it now. I think Ali was killed, right? Al Hassan did not favor fighting, but intended to take for himself what he could from Muawiyah and then join the community, right? And I'm gonna keep trying to find. And they pledged their allegiance to Hassan. So let's find out when Hassan decides to drop the Khalifa, right? Right, and then nobody likes the people from Iraq. Al Hassan wrote to Muawiyah concerning peace and asked for a guarantee of safe conduct. When he told Al Hussein and Abdullah ibn Ja'far about it, Al Hussein said to him, I implore you, by God, not to believe the story of Muawiyah, but to believe the story of Ali. Al Hassan resorted, Shut up, I know more about the matter than you do. Now, when the letter of Hassan reached Muawiyah, the letter sent, yeah, whatever. Let's get to the point. O people, choose between submitting to a leader of error or fighting without a leader, right? So they rendered allegiance to Muawiyah. Al Hassan had already made peace with Muawiyah on condition that he concede to him what was his treasury plus the revenue, and that Ali had not be reviled in his hearing. Okay, so I guess he made his peace with Muawiyah, right? And I think he rendered him the caliph. Muawiyah was called commander in Syria, right? Probably should have made this more organized. But I guess you get the point, right? Hassan's surrender of power to Muawiyah. There it is, right? So he technically accepts him. You can make your argument, say, why did he do it? Yes, he did it for safety and whatnot. But in the end, and my computer sucks so much. Stop. Right? So in the end, he rendered allegiance to Muawiyah, right? Hassan. So, I don't think he would do that to a kafir. So, and apparently Hassan died by getting poisoned or something. I don't know if that's here, but I heard that from a Shia, so I'm not sure. So you get the point. All right, let's see. Al Hassan grant him conditions, which Muawiyah had sealed at the bottom. Muawiyah refused and said, I grant you conditions. And, seems like Muawiyah is being difficult here. But the point is, he did accept him in the end, right? That's the whole point. You know, he surrenders at Kufa to him. Attendants asks Muawiyah for a guarantee of self conduct. So Muawiyah stipulated that for him, you can read it yourself. But the point is, eventually, he does give it up to him, right? So now, let's go to the next person, which is, went through a lot of Shia books to get this. Here we go. If I can even find it. Okay, so this is Kafi. Kitab al-Kafi. This is like the main Shia book. I'm not saying you should accept it as Sunnis, but it's kind of more an argument against Shias, right? Yeah, hold on. Let's see if I can get this. Yes. No, not finding it. I know where it is. a terrible video because you're sorry for you making you wait. How about this? Let me pause it. Alright, I found it. So this is Ali ibn Hussein, that's the third Imam of Shia of Twelvers. Then he sent for Ali ibn Hussein. So he said to him, similar to what he had said to the Quraysh, Ali ibn Hussein said to him, I mean, these LAs are a little excessive, but whatever. Do you see that if I did not accept you, you will kill me, just as you killed the man yesterday? Yazid, may Allah curse him, said to him, yes. So Ali bin Hussein said to him, I have accepted you with what you asked. I am a humble slave of Allah, and if you wish to captivate me or you wish to release me. So Yazid said to him, it is of a higher level, referring to the one who has killed you. You know, even though it's not the most ideal acceptance, right? It's not like he's like, you know what, you're a great guy, I accept you. He didn't say that, but he did accept him under certain conditions. So, you know, I mean, I guess if he considered him to be a kafir, he wouldn't accept him at all, right? Okay. Now, who's after that? Fourth Imam. Okay, so the fourth and fifth Imam, I honestly couldn't find anything. Wait, is there a four? Oh, no, no. For the fifth and sixth Imam, I looked everywhere. I found Imam Bakr, one thing. The only thing I found about him is this. Oh, yeah, but he did accept. I believe there is a unanimous report where he praises Abu Bakr. Either him praising them or his son Jafar praising him. But look, Marwan appointed Abu Huraira, right? So he did transmit a report where Marwan does something. I don't know. Maybe he accepted Marwan, right? That was the Khalifa at the time, right? So I don't know if he would, I don't know if he would transmit something related to him. But yeah, I know that Jafar did praise Abu Bakr. I just didn't feel like finding it. So now you have this is Musa, right? The seventh. So Musa entered into the presence of Ar-Rashid and greeted him. He texts, O Musa, are there two caliphs? Right? And he replied, O commander of the faithful. Right? And he often says this to him. So in a way, I guess he's kind of accepting them as the caliphs, right? The Abbasids. Because he called them a commander of the faithful. And he said two caliphs. And you see it often. I would be caliph in private. So, even though the writer, the caliph has called in Musa ibn Jafar, right? So he refers to him as the caliph. And this is a Shia book. Now, I know they don't really like these people, but I'm just saying that it really calls them both caliphs, right? And he's the seventh. And he responds to him and calls him the commander of the faithful, Amir al-Mu'minin, right? So now, right, then you have the eighth Imam, right? Hassan al-Rida, okay? This is kind of a funny one. All right, let's find it. Wait, let's see. Because he kept telling him to accept it. Then Ma'mun said, look, he kept on saying, please accept the caliph. And Ar-Rida refused it. So how are you going to refuse it, right? Like, if your goal in life is to be the caliph, as the Shias say, why did he reject it, right? It says it right there, refuse this. He said, state your conditions. I will accept the succession to the throne upon the condition that I neither issue any orders, nor do I admonish anything, nor do I judge. Basically, under the condition that I don't do anything. So, I don't understand that. Like, you want to be the caliph, then do it. You know what I mean? And, Al-Rida does call him Amir al-Mu'minin, right? A commander of the faithful. And, the word caliph is used often. It's a Shia book, by the way. Okay? So you get the point. And then the ninth one, right? Couldn't find much, but here's what I got from him. Right? Not this, not that. So this is his son, right? In this year, Al-Ma'mun married the daughter to Ali bin Musa Rida, right? And then his son, another daughter, Fadil too, right? So he married Al-Ma'mun's daughter. This is the ninth Imam. Now, I'm not saying it proves everything, but I mean, he married his daughter. Like, I don't know. I mean, that shows something, right? I mean, we all know it's obvious that Al-Mamun was pretty smart. He was just using them as a tool to gain legitimacy, right? Because there was a lot of revolts at the time from the Alids, as you might want to call them, the Alids, right? A lot of people used to claim to be Imam. It wasn't like just the Twelvers. There's so many different Shia groups, right? So, okay, what did I put here? Not sure what this is. I think that's him. Yeah, Muhammad bin Ali, right? That's the son of the Imam Rida. Oh yeah, here. He arrived from Medina and Safar during the night of Friday night in the same year, and met the Caliph there. Al-Ma'mun bestowed gifts on him and ordered him to consummate his union with his daughter, Al-Fadl, who had previously given in marriage to uh, Muhammad bin Ali, same guy. She was brought into his presence in the house of that guy, which was situated in the banks of the Tigris. Muhammad bin Ali remained there. When the time of the pilgrimage came around, he set off with his household and family back to Mecca. Then he went to the house of Medina and remained there. Right, and so you get the point. He did marry her, and he met up with him. Seems to be collaborating with him. Right, doesn't seem to have an issue with him. Let's see. That's him again, I believe. Ali bin Muhammad, right? Was the 10th Imam of the Shias. You know, he was escorted him from Medina to Baghdad once he was brought to Samarra. Right, it's right there. Okay, well, let's see what else we got. And this is just stuff I noticed. Like, you have so many of these Alids, right? The descendants of Ali trying to claim Imam, right? So that's why the Abbasids used to use the Alids, like the Shia Imams. Their advantage to be like, oh, look, see, they like us. That means we're good people, right? That was basically what they would do with them. So the 10th Imam, I honestly don't think that I could find any other Imams after that. All the other ones were kind of not as important, right? You know, let's see. I did find this Muhammad ibn Hanafiya, right? He was like the most mentioned guy in a certain period, like out of every single Shia Imam. He's not 12er though, right? So, and then you find all these different look, eldest son of Jafar Sadiq, right? What did he do? What did he do again? So some people considered him to be the successor, right? Some Shias followed him. And then you have this is another one, right? Younger brother of Musa al-Qadim, had declared himself as the caliph of the Muslims and took allegiance, right? So, you have a lot of, don't think just because they're Ahlul Bayt that they're, infallible people. There's so many of them who claim to be Imam. I mean, there's nothing wrong with claiming to be caliph, but from the Shia point of view, you can't all be Imam, right? So there's like a few of these guys. Let's find all of them. We have Ismail, right? The Ismailis follow that guy. Uh, this dude was son of the 10th Imam, right? And he claimed to be an Imam, established his own sect, right? You have this dude. He led a rebellion against the Abbasid Caliph, right? You get the point, right? So don't think that, they're not, don't think that it's not political in nature, right? So anyways, that's the end of the video.